What is going on, guys? It is the day after an absolutely fantastic win from the Montreal Canadiens. What a game last night. That must have been the most entertaining game of the season so far. The Montreal Canadiens defeat the Islanders 4-3, coming back from a 3-1 deficit, beat them in the shootout after a very fun overtime period. That puts Montreal's record to 8-4-2 on the season. And as you can see, I have a little guest here making her debut on the ScotianCanadien channel. Yes, you are. This is my beautiful daughter. High five, girly. High five. Oh, a little shy. Yeah, go Habs, go. So first of all, I just want to say that this was not a light game in the schedule. It was not a guaranteed win. The New York Islanders are a very underrated hockey team. What's fresh on the mind right now is that John Tavares recently left them. Their best player left. So people were not expecting much at all from this team. But Garth Snow had already begun I'm not a big fan of Garth Snow, but he was starting to build a pretty decent hockey team of some underrated players. And Lou Lamoriello came in and kind of straightened the ship for them a little bit, solidified their bottom six, bringing in Matt Martin and Cal Clutterbuck. I believe he brought him back too. And you know what? This team was on a 5-game winning streak coming into this game. Thomas Greiss has been playing very well for them. They've been getting good goaltending. Even after Montreal scored 3 on them last night, he's still sitting at a .940 save percentage. They have guys like Anders Lee, one of the best 5-on-5 goal scorers in the NHL. Josh Bailey, one of the better playmakers in the NHL. He had something crazy like 60-some assists last year, 80-some points. A great hockey player. They've got the young talent and veteran talent. Some of their young guys, Anthony Beauvillier, Matt Barzal. On defense, they got Pulak, who's a former first-round pick, playing on the right side, entering what could be his prime years. He was drafted 6 years ago. He had a great year last year. Nick Leddy, a solid number 2 defenseman, a puck mover. So this was no easy win here, boys. That was a very good hockey team, and yet again, the Montreal Canadiens get a win thanks to some great offense, and that was such an entertaining game. So in the first period, Casey Cizikas, somehow the puck goes in the net after a bit of a weird bounce. I really liked Antoniemi's positioning there, despite the goal going in. Not much you can do on that one. Drouin then gets a nasty pass from Domi to tie the game at 1. It started with Noah Juleson with a very nice breakout pass from, I think he was inside the offensive zone when he made the pass up to Domi. Domi comes in, puts that sauce right on Jonathan Drouin's stick. He comes in and shoots for the goal, a 5-on-5 goal from Jonathan Drouin. And you know what? Before this game, I was feeling a little bit odd about Jonathan Drouin. I was looking at his point totals and going, man, I really want to see more from him, but I didn't want to sit here and complain about him because we're so early in the season. He's clearly a very talented player. So it's nice to see him get 2 points last night. And one of them, the first one, was on 5-on-5. And you know what? The Montreal Canadiens power play has been struggling, and Drouin has continued to put up points. So that's very impressive because typically he's getting his points on the power play. So it's encouraging that he still has, I think he's got 10 points in 14 games, and a lot of it is 5-on-5 because the Montreal's power play isn't kind of clicking as well as it should be. Up until tonight, they were really good tonight. So then still in the first period, Filppula makes it 2-1, and then Cizikas gets another beauty bounce to make it 3-1 just in the first period. And then in the second, we have Max Domi walks in and gets the snipe. If you look at that replay, he had that right foot loaded up the whole time, and he's skating in, gliding on that right foot, and he had his head up the whole time, looking for the pass, and had his eye on the net, decided to shoot it, and because his right foot was already loaded up that entire time, he could wire it. Beautiful screen from Brendan Gallagher on that play as well. And then we go to also in the second period, got to mention Antoniemi's absolutely fantastic save on Matt Barzal. A desperation save from Niemi. I'm really liking how he looks in the net. He's positionally sound, and he'll make a desperation save when he needs to. But then he recovers quickly and gets back into position. And an example of it was that nasty save on Matt Barzal. So we go into the third period, and Lehkonen ends up tying the game on a tip from a nice shot from Noah Juleson, finding the lane and getting it on net. And Lehkonen gets the tip, and they tie the game up. We go into, at the end of the third, the Montreal Canadiens take a very bad penalty. Too many men on the ice with just like a minute left in the period. So they end up killing that at the end of the third and into overtime. That was a huge penalty kill. The penalty kill was 4 for 4 tonight. So huge credit to them there, our defensive two-way players. That really won the game for us, that kill, because we were able to go on and bring it into a shootout after that. But what an overtime period. The back and forth sequences in this entire game, especially in overtime, man, that was an entertaining game. I was on my feet watching that end of that game. It was thrilling to watch. I gotta say, so we go to the shootout. Great saves from Niemi. It ends up going to the 5th round of the shootout. Joel Armia gets the win post and in after some beauty saves, clutch saves from Niemi. Great game from him all around. So some notes here. Max Domi is clearly Montreal's best player. I went into the season thinking Jonathan Drouin would continue to be what is likely the Habs' best player, but Max Domi is proving that he's an elite talent and he is playing the center position very, very well. Kotkaniemi, his ability to draw penalties is very impressive. It seems every game he's getting a penalty drawn just because he's so good in tight, continues moving his feet all the time. He's such a smart player. Great game from him as well. Picked up an assist tonight on the Lehkonen tying goal. Jeff Petrie, I thought, looked very, very good tonight. He hit the post on the power play at one point. His skating looks very, very good. His zone entries have been impressive. He's confident with the puck, got his head up as he's moving up the ice, and seems to always just know what the right play is, either finding a teammate or using his feet to pinch in down low. I really like that about Montreal this season. The defense is getting involved in all the plays. So great win from the Habs tonight, 4-3 over the Islanders. Tonight, it's the first back-to-back of the season, and we have the New York Rangers. A very good win for Montreal. Still no back-to-back losses for the Habs this season, so that's great. They respond well after losses. So the Rangers tonight, they're struggling to start the season. Their rosters become a bit depleted over the years, but it still should be a good game. Lundqvist will likely be starting, and it'll be Price versus Lundqvist. And you know what? Lundqvist is always going to come to play, especially when he's facing Carey Price. So we could see a goalie duel tonight. We'll have to wait and see, but it should be fun. The first back-to-back of the season. So yeah, guys, I will talk to you guys after the next one. Cheers. Hope you enjoyed the game tonight. Woo! Go Habs, go!